CM Punk may have just given us his greatest promo to date, with people even going as far to call it the Pipe Bomb 2.0. And I'm not surprised because this guy took shots at everyone, and when I say everyone, I mean everyone. So let's explain everything he said in this promo and explain why in a couple of months we may see this moment as the start of something special. Or not, depending on TKO. To start off with, CM Punk got the difficult beat out of the way and informed the fans that Roman Reigns was not at the show, which you would expect got a lot of boos. CM Punk then went on to state the difference between Roman Reigns, stating that he is someone that has worked his way up in the company, has fought and scratched for all he's achieved, whereas Roman is someone that has somewhat had everything handed to him. Someone that has always been the golden boy from day one, that never really had to work too hard and was given opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. He then went on to say that WWE sends Roman Reigns on all these appearances such as Jimmy Fallon because they seem him as too safe, and CM Punk as somewhat of a flight risk, which is understandable considering the nature of Phil Brooks. And this is where this promo took an interesting turn, because he stated that Roman uses movies and TV shows as an excuse not to show up, whereas CM Punk has done the same thing and always seemingly shows up. In this same bit of the promo, he took a shot at The Rock, saying he was a big Hollywood superstar. And when we thought the dissing was done, he then went on to state the fact that Roman ate dog for a weird old man, and I think we all know who that weird old man is. And of course is none other than Vince McMahon. I mean, the fact that CM Punk brought up that infamous segment where Roman Reigns was forced to eat dog food was bad enough, but the fact that he called Vince McMahon a weird old man, I don't know how someone like Stephanie would feel about that. And that's where things start to get interesting, because Vince McMahon was someone that was indirectly brought up in the Cody Rhodes and Stephanie McMahon segment on Raw the week prior. And one thing I've learned about WWE is stuff like this aren't done by coincidence. And it does spark up interesting thoughts, which I will touch on later in this video. Back to CM Punk's promo. As soon as we thought he was done talking about Roman, The Rock and the rest of his family, he then went on to talk about Pat McAfee, and boy, CM Punk went in on him. He didn't just touch on the disappointment being Pat McAfee being inserted in a Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton feud. He also called out the direct person who inserted Pat McAfee into this program, which I found so funny. And he didn't just take shots at Ari Emanuel for inserting Pat McAfee into this program. He also took shots directly at TKO and told them to lower the ticket prices. And I found this really interesting because this is something that hasn't been mentioned on WWE programming to my knowledge, and it's something that fans have been complaining about for the longest time, with ticket prices just being ridiculously expensive, which explains why WrestleMania still hasn't been sold out. But yeah, back to the reason I say this promo by CM Punk was very interesting, and unlike other people, I don't think this was a shoot promo. I do think this was scripted, or somewhat scripted, and somewhat premeditated. And the reason I say this is because I do believe this is leading to a WWE versus TKO type program / feud, with certain superstars taking side with WWE and certain superstars taking sides with TKO. This might be a reach, but I'm someone that likes to recognize patterns quite early on. And again, the fact that Vince McMahon was mentioned on 2 Raws in a row, and obviously the way CM Punk mentioned Vince McMahon by calling him a weird old man, will obviously upset Stephanie and will inevitably maybe lead to something between those two, and may end up involving other superstars, with stars such as Randy Orton and maybe The Rock if he decides to come back, taking sides as TKO, and stars like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes leading the charge for the WWE side. Who knows? But if this is an idea that can be executed and executed well, this could be what WWE needs to just put some interest back into the product that is very much needed at the moment. But yeah, I'd love to hear you guys' ideas on what you think this promo may mean for the future of WWE. Maybe something happens at WrestleMania that furthers the storyline. But yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.